It's just slightly after 5 a.m. There's not much of a breeze. And these two are struggling now, to be honest with you. It's been warm all night. We've tried our best with these fans to try and keep some kind of cool airflow going. That's all the fans do, they just seem to push the warm air around. But despite the fact they've struggled overnight, they're still here. Can't complain. They're still up and about, enjoying these sights and sounds. And I'm having to think this morning about creation and the conception of all of it. The conception of everything, folks. And when you think about the conception of everything, of every animal, well, you can watch these things giving birth. You can watch us giving birth if you so desire. And conception is creation. Yeah. From the act of fancying someone, from the act of them two having sex, whether it's animal or fucking vegetable, folks, these days. From the act of having the sex, then the conception, and then the egg, and then the specialness and the connection you feel when a child's growing in the womb. And then the birth, the feelings you get of fucking euphoria, and then meeting that child and watching that child grow up into a person. And, you know, you can be 100% sure that it's not happenstance, folks. It didn't come from no Big Bang. It didn't come from no monkey. It didn't come from no fish, no microbe. You can see the design in it all if you just sit and fucking common sensely think about it, folks. But, you know, we have all these silly stories that people believe that we just exploded. Everything exploded into everything all at once. A stupid Big Bang, and out of nothing came everything, folks. It certainly doesn't work that way. It certainly doesn't work that way in my fucking intelligence. You all right, lad? I marvel at it all. And to have it messed with like it's being messed with, folks. To have it tinkered with under the guise of science and scientific discovery, it's just fucking laughable, folks. It is, especially when it comes to things like medication and food, and how they fuck about hybridising everything, changing everything, trying to change everything anyway, folks. They can't change the blueprints. They try and change the design, try and tweak it, make it there so they can patent it, etc. So then just about every living, breathing thing becomes owned. That's the ultimate fucking power trip for these wankers that are doing what they are doing. They're spewing, and all the rest of it, the depopulation nonsense. Get the numbers down, get control of the patentable humans that are now in existence. And believe me, folks, if you've got a MAC address from these sleeve roll-up fucking injections, then you're as good as owned already. You're a slave and don't even fucking know it. Because once you become patented, all patents have owners, yeah? Ever think about that, folks? And then once you become their operating systems, and they can share data into you, take data away from you, and they've got control of you, then they are your owner. And they can track you, they can trace you, and they can erase you, and that's not what fucking life is about, folks. We weren't created to be abused in such a fucking fashion, folks. We weren't. And being created is now largely not debated at all, because people just have been led to believe that we came from nothing. So the feeling of insignificance in people, and we're told that we are insignificant in the greater scheme of things, and yet the intelligent designer that fashioned us into existence, folks, tells us otherwise, with the actual intelligence and the beauty and the wonder of everything created. And it gets me ever so fucking mad, folks. The amount of life and the amount of perfection in every single design, mathematically and all the rest of it, geometrically, whatever they call it, is mind-blowing. It's beautiful, it's perfection. But then somewhere along the way, these so-called fucking science-reliant, defiant bastards have tinkered and meddled and gone down the path of deconstruction, demolition, and reverse engineering, which I call interfering on a fucking scale, folks. So yeah, I'm just having a think today. Just having a think. We're off up to the cancer hospital this morning. At some point, I've got another daughter here who's looking after the dogs for us. Most of the day while we nip up. So, if you've got kids and you've got grandkids and you've got parents, just look beyond the bitching and the falling out and the fucking fighting, folks. See the design in them. See them for what they were meant to be, not the faults, because the faults never came from the creator. Nope. Anyway, I'll shut up with that shot from me. These two beautiful creations. I kid ye not. Let's look at the things that we can create, folks. The things that man can create that didn't come from a big bang. Yep. And remember that these theories, the theories of everything, Darwin's relativity and all the other stuff, you're still only at the theory stage, folks. Evolution being the biggest load of fucking nonsense ever, folks. But when you look at the information on evolution, it's all there, folks. Anyway, have a good day.